I think we should. He has eaten all the what's-its in the green room, or as he likes to call them, les poufs de fromage. Multilingual. Please welcome Jean-Christophe Novelli.
Y'all come on, put your hands together right here. You baby, how sweet it is to be loved. Someone called and said, here you were. Need someone to understand my hurt and love. Said, there you were.
I'm good. How nice of you. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Jean-Christophe, I believe is celebrating something of an anniversary. Am I right in thinking it's this month 25 years since you first came to the United Kingdom?
Next weekend, yeah, that's right.
And were you celebrating and have a big old party?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've celebrated every single day of my 25 years. It was the greatest time ever.
Isn't that nice to hear? Someone coming here and we hear a lot of things people moaning about, and we're the worst offenders, sometimes the people who live here, we moan about this country, but you came here, you preferred us to France, so already it makes you a great bloke in my eyes, but not that they don't have a lot of lovely things as well, of course they do, but you know, it's nice to hear someone saying this is a great place to be. What was it that made you want to come here in the first place?
It's a long story, obviously.
Well, let's move on then. Just any, just what is it, food? Just food and weather?
I'll tell you something.
Trumpet, you know, something like that.
You sound very surprised.
Was it the women?
No, at all. I mean, the thing...
You see what he's doing? He gives with one hand, he takes away with the other.
Okay, he was, yeah. Okay. I mean, I'd always be very much Anglophile. Due to the fact I come from the northern part of France, Arras, which is a beautiful town, and there's an enormous relationship with the British. Not just tourists, but during the war and so on. And also when I was a kid, I remember I was pretending, speaking in English, to attract the girls.
Yeah. Now, is that working?
You like that? I can see your eyes out.
But I know in America the English accent tends to work, and ladies are always saying, you know, oh, I love your accent. I didn't know that the French women liked the British accent as well.
Oh, fabulous, yeah, of course.
Wow.
Very much. I was like, do you rah me? No, sorry, but don't. One day I remember I went
Hold on, what the fuck? What's it? Do you wah? Is that you just going about? Oh, an Englishman. Right, it's Oscar Wilde himself. So you didn't speak any English, then? You just had some sort of horrible approximation of it.
I was absolutely useless, but I knew.
Did it work?
Fantastic. I knew that if you could put the English language, you will pull more easy.
Wow. So you've been over here now 25 years. What a success you made. Now, am I right in thinking, I mean, you've had a lot of ups and downs in your business. At one stage, you had an awful lot of restaurants in your name, not so many now. How did you achieve that? What was the kind of height of your success, and what happened?
It's a long story. That was about 10 years ago.
Can I just, are they all going to be long stories? Because no disrespect, but I've got about 10 questions here. I'll trim down to 4.
Well, at first, Jonathan, when I first came in Britain 25 years ago, everyone used to say, "Are you crazy? You're gonna be a chef over there? It's mad." And for me, my love and the passion of coming to Britain was far more important than the vocation. But in general, the reputation of British cooking was not...
it was low.
But when I came here, I didn't think it was anything wrong.
So how many restaurants did you have when your business was at its biggest, Jean-Christophe?
Right, when I first started...
No, never mind that. Look.
Before I bankrupt.
How many restaurants do you have?
I ended up having 7.
7 restaurants?
With,
that's a big business, because these were proper big restaurants.
It was...
How many people were you employing, do you think?
On the end, it was like, just in London, no far, 300 people.
300 people? Man, that's a lot of responsibility.
I started with a cafe. Well, I actually took over a cafe, renovated to a restaurant.
And that became Le Maison Novelli, is
Maison
that right?
Novelli. Okay. We got a Michelin star straight away. And I had, the day I opened the doors, we were 2 of us. Chris Wheeler, my friend, who used to be on Hell's Kitchen, my assistant.
Yeah, I know.
Lovely man. Yeah. Very loyal, fantastic. And we grew with another one, and so on. And one day I lost everything.
Now, how did you lose everything? This is the thing that would
I think it's because when I first opened the doors, I had £500 in a pocket. That's it. That's why I was lucky enough to buy the calf, make it to something which was very well recognized.
Yeah.
And I think the mistake is to buy another one very quickly.
I spend too much.
Not necessarily. I think I moved too quick, and I could not handle the numbers. And the biggest mistake is I stopped cooking.
You stop cooking.
That's
well,
right.
that's the thing. When you go to a restaurant with someone's name and you'd like to see them in the kitchen. I don't think Ramsay's been near a bloody wok for about 5 years, has he? Jean-Christophe, have you ever injured yourself in the kitchen? Have you ever suffered any ordeal there? Because it's a tough environment, isn't it? It's the sharp objects going around. There's heat, there's oils involved and all that kind of thing. Have you ever had to come a cropper in any way?
Yes, actually, I did. Actually, when I was a very, very young chef. I started in the business when I was 13-year-old.
Never mind all that. Look, just get to the story. Every time it's I did this, It was a rainy day in Normandy. I remember so clearly the wind. She blew like a devil.
Jonathan, tell me, where are the four lovely men?
Les four puffs.
Where are they gone?
They are, well, you know what we thought we
What
had.
do you call them, poof, by the way?
Well, they call themselves puffs, and you know full well what that means, Jean-Christophe. Do you get many gay men working in the kitchen?
Yes, absolutely.
You do?
I have
Oh, the fellas are getting a bit excited there. They go, gay men.
I'm not trying to ignore you.
We're not going. Don't worry. We're not going to out any of you this evening. However, whoever comes forward to fill my buttocks will be giving himself away. I think we know who it's going to be. I'm quite here. That earring's twinkling at me. Sorry, Jean-Christophe.
Sorry, Jonathan. How long have they been together? How long have you been together? I know your name. I remember when I was a young kid.
Well, we've been doing it.
Well, we're on. There's been a few replacements over the years, of course, haven't we? But how long has this present unified group of the Temptations been performing?
He's the newest,
He's
Bruce.
the baby, yeah?
Yeah, he's been with us a year.
Wow.
And Tyson has been with me for 25 years.
Tyson, that's your first name, Tyson? That is
Last
a
name.
great name. Well, last name. What's your first name?
Ron.
Oh, that's not so good.
Terry's been with me for about 11 or 12 years.
11 years.
And Joe's been with us for about 5 years,
Wow.
6 years.
Wow.
And Otis has been holding it down for
47 years.
47 years? No You must have started when you were 7 or something.
About 19 or 20.
What year? 47 years ago.
Pardon me?
1961.
61, correct.
Wow.
What month?
January.
What was the weather like that afternoon?
Very cold January in Detroit, Michigan.
I think we've established Jean-Christophe is a stickler for the details.
Jonathan, I
Yes.
am not going to swear, okay?
Okay, good man.
Just
Good
looking
man.
at
Why
it.
would you want to do that? That's a bad thing to do. Jean-Christophe.
Bloody hell.
Jean-Christophe. When you were saying you injured yourself, how did you injure yourself when you were a young chef?
Yes, I was a little chef, a little boy.
Hold it, you worked in Little Chef. But I like the Little Chef, and I'm also a fan of the Harvester. Now I know where I've seen you. You did me an all-day brunch once.
You are hilarious, by the way.
Not deliberately, though.
You remind me Marco Pierre White.
What the hell? That's a strange thing to say. I like Marco Pierre White, but I didn't
fabulous,
see...
fabulous man.
What, is it the lanky, greasy locks? It's the surly manner? What is it? Oh, there he is. Look at that. That's a nice photograph. So you're friends with Marco, I imagine. Either that or he just grabbed you by surprise there.
We are lovers. Now, I'll tell you something, Marco Pierre White, for me, is probably the best chef in the world.
Well...
Now, let me explain something, if I may. I know it's your show, and thanks for giving me 5 minutes.
It's been about 40.
But the thing is, I feel very privileged to be at the show.
Well, thank you for
because
coming on.
I'm a good
glad
fan of your show. Obviously,
you very
are
much,
funny
Jean-Christophe.
and you're great, blah, blah, blah.
Very kind.
But
said blah, blah, blah at the end, like you don't mean it.
I do.
Blah, blah, blah.
But the things I have to say is I'm very privileged to be here because I met some fabulous people in my life. And Marco, Keith Floyd, Raymond Blanc, you know, people who I was very much inspired as a young chef. And those